higher rank. We spend pound and we spend franc. Jonathan New dance and a Jamaica and Frank. Yeah, on the river, on the bank. Kick out the shoes because you put them no cramp. When you step in the river, on the bank. Jonathan New dance and a Jamaica and Bronx. Yeah, down the flank, we a go down the flank. Like a baller, we go down the flank. You're cheap, pretty young, get in your tank. But the new dance, you know where people can't pull. Give them a run, man. Give them a run. Give them a run, we and the girls that have come to. Give them a run. Give them a run. Give them a run, we and the girls that have come to. I've been loved that before, yeah, but I've never seen a dance like this. I've been loved that before, yeah, but I don't wanna come top the list.
Yo, what is up, people? Welcome back. We are going to be talking about the boys. Don't worry, there'll be a few more people popping up on the panel. Mr. Danny Graham is supposed to pop in. Brian from the Spoiler Kings is supposed to pop in. JG sent him the link as well. So we're going to see when these guys pop in. But right now, I got Mr. Warren G and LOWKEY in the house. What's up, guys? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Appreciate the invite.
I appreciate you guys coming in for this. Warren, how you doing?
Doing great.
You got something more enthusiastic, bro. Like, you're on stream with Bigger Ford Entertainment. You're supposed to be like all happy and shit. What are we doing here?
I am happy. I'm happy in my mind and soul and heart and
Wow.
spirit.
Does that sound happy to you, LOWKEY? That don't sound happy,
Sound like Homelander.
You know what I mean?
Sarcasm.
Yeah,
Now I'm just playing.
No, I'm happy, man. It's just been a long few months I've had, so it's just I'm good. I'm glad I haven't been on. Well, last week was the I caught the tail end because I had personal issues, but it's nice to be back on these roundtables. So.
absolutely. And we already know with Warren being back on the roundtables, there's going to be some bullshit that's going to be said. Phantom zones are going to be sent out like crazy because it's Warren, right? LOWKEY's on point with his stuff. You know what I mean? I don't worry about LOWKEY. Yeah, it's a little iffy there, here and there. But yeah, Warren, Cole, these guys are two guys you want to avoid constantly. What are you going to say, LOWKEY? Go ahead. Let me hear you.
No, I wasn't saying that, bro.
I
I'm letting
didn't
you
think
do your
I didn't think so. I know this guy want to come up and talk about some Drake stuff in the background and blah blah blah. If you don't know, last night Kendrick
We didn't talk
Lamar
about no Drake. We talking about K-Dots. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. West Coast up.
had his concert last night. It's kind of
Nah,
fire.
I was in Southside Jamaica, Queens. No, I'm just playing.
It was fire. It was fire. I can't deny that. Like 4 hours. We had like dancers coming on at first, and Perp Minded. Shout out to Perp. Sent me the link, and I'm like, "What the hell is this?" And he's like, "It's the pop up concert." So I popped it on and came on. The dancers were going on. Sent it to my son. My son thought it was going to be on Saturday, so he got to watch it as well. And entertaining vibes. But that's not what we're here for. We're here to talk about the boys. And as you can see, my ass is trying to stall because I'm trying to wait for these motherfuckers to come up in here so that we can get on with the show. But seeing is that they're not, and Warren has only seen episode 1, so we're going to discuss episode 1 real quick. All right? So I want to know, first off, Warren, what were your thoughts of episode 1 overall?
Overall, it's nice. I like the fact that Homelander's not being a brat. What I mean is he's actually using his brain more than his ego, and um, for instance, getting that lady on the team. Um, I
We're
mean,
talking Sister Sage.
Sister Sage, of course. Wow, they should have called their sister Ebonics if they really wanted to be really funny, but whatever. And then
Wow.
if they really want, because smartest person and Ebonics, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Anyway, that was my shit joke.
I told you guys you were gonna get some bullshit from Warren coming out of his mouth. I told you, not even fucking 5 minutes into the stream, this guy's talking about shit. The black lady has to be Ebonics, right? There's what we're saying. Oh
Sister
my lord.
Sage sound like more like a weed smoking hippie white woman. Not no sis. Come on, like. But anyway, point being is that I like the fact that we're seeing the ramifications from last season between Ryan and Butcher. I wasn't a fan of the French guy and sword.
Frenchie.
Yeah, Frenchie, and lightsaber dueling. That was uncomfortable for me. I had to fast forward past that. That's not for me. Sorry. And then Newman is, I didn't know Newman was invulnerable. So that was news to me. I didn't know that she was invulnerable. I knew she could, pop people's heads and with the psychic. But I'm more interested in of course I need to watch some more episodes of Kessler, the guy that met Butcher, because of course he, seems to have worked with him in the past.
Hmm.
And I just think
I don't think
overall,
he's real, by the way.
you don't think
Oh,
The
you
guy
think
that's talking to Butcher, Negan.
you,
I don't think Negan is real.
you think he's a figment of Butcher's imagination?
Yes, absolutely. He's only
uh,
been around with Butcher, and we've seen no other agents come around with him. And Butcher been talking to his ex-wife or ex-baby mom. Well,
That's
not real baby mama,
that
but still.
that's because of the
that's a good
other
point.
the compound, not the compound V. What was the other thing that they had? They were taking the orange, the neon.
I thought it was just a bad version of Compound V.
Yeah, it's a bad version. I forgot the proper name, but we're seeing I thought finding out he had 6 months later, that
That's
was a
why you
big.
need to watch episode 4.
Well, yeah,
Now,
that's why I need to watch more. But overall, I thought it was a good. I like that. What to sum it up, because I'm trying to be quicker at my summarizations now.
Take your time,
Ho-
bro.
uh, Homelander seems to be using his brain, which to me it gives more complexity to the villain, because it's like all we see him is act like a brat in the prior seasons, and if things go wrong, he just rages, like how he killed the guy that started that. The reason why he went to the court case was because the guy threw the thing at him at the bottle,
Hmm.
and so the fact that he has like someone helping him to do these things is going to make him more dangerous. What I'm more curious about, but of course I'll see more episodes, is how what's the guy in the black suit? I thought he died because
Black Noir.
Black New. I thought his we literally saw his guts fall out. So what the hell? That really surprised me. I thought he was dead, but maybe they're gonna
he
explain
did
that.
talk in the first episode, right?
No.
Uh, I don't think so. I didn't want to say anything yet, but you're gonna get an explanation. Don't worry, Warren. In episodes
Yeah.
2 and 3,
All right, my
you
bad.
definitely, yeah, you
Uh,
definitely get an explanation.
but that's for, I mean, new. Oh yeah, Newman's kid. What is with these powers? These powers are whack. Like you got Medusa mouth. Like that's what she is. Like, and she, I guess her tendrils can crush people's bones. Fair enough, but like, what is with these powers are whack. Like I don't know. Like I wouldn't. Like
Her
it's like
powers
that,
are whack. He took out like 16 people.
Facts.
buddy.
And ripped off Chemical's arm.
Yes,
Okay, okay.
I love
I'm not
chemical powers.
okay.
Me
Granted, she
too.
can
Well,
take bullets.
Kamiko, my bad.
Miko should, but whatever. Crunchyroll. She took off Crunchyroll's arm. Fine, whatever.
Oh man, stop. Stop.
But
Nah,
but
Warren, stop.
what do you mean stop? We talked
I,
about.
I thought Warren you like Crunchy Rolls, right? That's
I
what I
do. That's why
remember.
I call it Crunchyroll.
Okay, I got
Don't
you.
you like Crunchyroll? It's a good service. Point being is that I think the power is when they were going through the list, I didn't like that. The whole Wrangler. The Wrangler was probably like some messed up version of a Punisher guy that do whatever, and Talon, and I'm the one thing I saw that kind of was hinting was the lady that's like on the social media like blowing up stuff like saying Starlight. I'm assuming that she's gonna play a part because she keeps saying things. I forget the redheaded chick that kept
Yeah,
saying, yeah,
yeah. She
yeah,
gonna play part. Don't worry.
yeah, she's gonna play
Hmm.
a part. So,
Ain't
but
no nigga
overall,
firecracker.
yeah,
Firecracker. Yeah.
yeah. Overall, I like the fact that we're seeing what happened from the last season trickle in, and Homelander being more meticulous. So that's what I will say overall.
So before I get to low keys over, I just wanted to address something you said before I forget, where you're talking about the powers. Have you seen? I think it's called Diabolical. It's a cartoon on Prime about the boys, where they show all these kids that had been given um, Gen V, and like one of their powers, their poop talks. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
that's their power. So people in the show have some really crazy powers.
but what's poop talking gonna do to you? I'm not gonna fling poop at someone. That was you gonna smell?
You gotta watch it, bro. You gotta watch it. I don't remember too much, but you gotta
So
watch it.
we literally don't watch a dude with a giant. I ain't want to say it, but you know.
Like, yeah, 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 yeah. Like, what? How you? Like, I mean, I guess he can go to one of the corn hub because I want to be not get your flag, so I gotta say corn hub. So what I mean. Yeah, I guess that's his power. But like, what am I doing with tw- I don't know 40-inch 40 feet Wang for like as a power? What's that gonna do? Terrify women? Ooh. Like,
Well,
ooh.
hey, he was choking. I'm pretty sure he could choke people out with it. But I mean, like, you don't want that shit in your face. Like when Mother Milk was like, "Get that shit out of my face." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Keith Firecracker is a freaky ass nigga. Yeah,
Oh, he was
definitely.
abusing Mother Milk.
Huh?
but
He
yeah,
what?
that.
He was abusing Mother Milk.
Facts.
Oh, he mother milk. He lost weight. That's the last thing I have to say.
Yes, yes, yes. I watched a video where he was talking about he stopped eating certain foods and he's trying to get better with his health, so that's why he looks so different, right? Um, Low key, what are your thoughts on the episode?
Definitely a good episode, and the introduction to the new cast is well, not the new cast, but the new members of the Seven. The fact that she addressed in the racism and the fact that she's the smartest person in the world. As
Mm-hmm.
soon as she started talking to Homelander, I immediately started assuming that she has a plan up her sleeve.
Me too.
Like she got something that she's going to do outside of everybody, including Homelander.
Me too. 100%.
And
Anything
she could
else?
become a very pivotal character going into the last season, which they have announced.
100%. 100%. I agree with you. I think that the two, even Firecracker, I mean, her character, I think she works for the show, right? A lot of people, and it boggles my mind, but there's all this hate going around where it's like, oh my God, the political stuff and this and the mockery, and they're hating it. And I'm just like, but the boy's been like that since day one. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, why are you it's not even a
Right.
significant part to the show to where it's like thrown in your face. It's just, side stories or whatever, but you want to hate it because of that reason. I'm like, nah, man. Whatever. If you want to, put your take on it and try and make it into real world, it's a superhero show. Just enjoy it for what it is, right? So I'm definitely with you. I like the new characters. I like Sister Sage. I love the fact when Homelander went in and said, "You're going to be part of the seven," she was like, "Fuck no." You know what I mean? She's like, "I do not want to be a part of that shit." But Homelander convinced her to. But I also like the fact that Homelander was smart enough to listen to her. You know what I mean? And he says that too. He's like, "Well, I'm smart enough to listen." And even when certain things are happening, like we'll get to it later because Warren hasn't seen it yet, but even when certain things are happening and she comes in and says some things, you can see the look on Homelander's face like he doesn't, like, I don't want to do this, but I know she's the smartest person in the world. You know what I mean? She knows what she's doing. So he bites the bullet. Whoa. Okay. So she bites the bullet and he ends up listening to her. So I think that is great. The first episode, which we'll get into right now, I think it's a good start, 100%. Like I've been waiting for the boys to come back, and the first episode did not disappoint me. Actually, to be honest with you, the first four episodes have not disappointed me. I think this is real good quality TV, man. I'm enjoying it. Um, Warren, what are your positives for this episode? Episode one.
Uh, Positives was it was a nice, good start. It starts off slow, and then you get a little tense moment with Homelander in the office, and then you get a little tense moment with the team where they kind of try to do a plan. I like those like slow build-ups, but then it settled down. It was a nice up and down flow between like tense to an important moment. So that's what caught my eye. That's the positives. I guess the only negative I could have is that I need to see what more of Homelander's plan, and if and I kind of saw the foreshadowing. Oh well, yeah. The only negative that I have is the the foreshadowing for Butcher, like again doing kind of backstabbing the team in a sense. So
And you see, you got to watch more because there's something with that as well, right? So, which I don't want to explain to you. I want you to enjoy it when you watch it,
right,
and then you could come back and talk about it after you watch the episode. It's no problem. Um, but yeah, I do agree with you 100%. I like the fact that they kind of don't trust Homelander, not Homelander, sorry, Butcher, because of some of the stuff that he's did in the past, right? And he was kind of fucked up. Like he was always, trying to do the right thing, but still looking out for himself. And it didn't matter if it put some of his people in jeopardy. What's up, um, Wiggins? What's up, brother? How you doing? What's up, Mike? How you doing? Thanks for popping in. Always a pleasure. You know, um, Talking about the boys. If you guys seen it, let me know what you thought of the first four episodes. Right now, I think it's fire. I think it's one of the best shows on right now. To be
not
honest
better
with
than
you,
Acolyte.
what did you say? Not better?
Yeah, yes, I did. Nah, I'm trolling.
Oh my god, you better be trolling because I was about to send your ass to the Phantom Zone with that shit, right? So
Right.
my positives, like I said, is I love the dynamic between. Ooh, kind of noisy there. Okay, I like the dynamic between the team and how they don't really trust Butcher, but they still know they need him. Like at the end of the day, they know they need Butcher, but it's hard to trust him. And I like what Butcher is going through because you can see, and when you get to further episodes, that the fact that he's only has 6 months to live is actually affecting some of the decisions that he's making. So I really enjoy that scene of it. Um, Homelander, of course, is always going to be Homelander. You know what I mean? Homelander is fire. I'm just gonna mute you for a second, okay? Homelander is fire. You know what I mean? And I agree with Warren. I think kind of acted bratty in some of the previous seasons, but this one he has a
My bad,
plan.
bro. Like I was
It's
literally
okay.
was driving right quick 'cause I had to pick my daughter up from work while I'm streaming with y'all.
You're good, bro. You're good. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're good. You're good. So he has a plan, right? And again, his plan is basically he wants to rule the world. That's what it is. Homelander wants to rule the world, and he wants to do it in a way to where I guess he's not killing people. He's not the one killing people. So that's why Sister Sage came up with that plan to where like, no, this is how we're gonna do it, and you're gonna be the savior that comes in and saves everybody. So I kind of like that shit. I think that's great. Um, what else did I like? Because I'm trying to stick to episode one, but yeah. So let me ask you this, Warren. What were your dislikes of episode?
Uh, would have been nice if they showed uh Huey's father getting the having the stroke, or like
Mm-hmm.
just I'm not saying it has to be like 2 minutes, but like just like a, I don't know, a 20-second clip of it or something. um the I think that there's more going on with Newman's daughter, because like that was kind of savage how she killed those guys, you know what I mean? Like if I would have been like, "Oh, hey, mom, here's like," I would have caught them and not kill them. But like, I think Compound V might have had like brought out like a feral side. I mean, I guess that's not a dislike. That's just a critique. The whole butcher thing is dragging from the previous season that like, oh, we can't trust butchers, so it's like I'd rather you just guys have like cut him off from last season, and then like mid of, well, I guess when I get to the mid of the season, he redeems himself later than just you're kind of like playing what's he's kind of like a petty like the last person now to be picked on the team when he should be like the best person on the team. Like, oh, when when you're like picking for teams back in school, and oh, it's like you're stuck with picking. It's like, oh, Huey only has him on the team because he's the only one that sees some value. So I kind of don't like that, dislike that. Tom dying, the dad, that was kind of stupid, but I get it. But why would you kill someone that's like looking up to you? You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
I thought it was a little silly, but I guess it was supposed to be funny when Mother Milk was like, "Oh, Tom wasn't better than me in the bed," and it's like,
That's no, no, no. I'm sorry. I gotta deny that. That shit was funny because when they're in the car, right, it pays off. Where Kimiko's like, she does the sign language, and he's like, "What?" And she's like, "I don't understand how she went from him to you." And then Frenchie's like, "Yeah, he must have been something in bed." You know what I mean? So they tried to pay it off on that scene too. I like that. That shit was funny. I was laughing.
um, I guess I mean, this is not a yeah, and I don't know. There's not many dislikes because it wasn't I mean, it wasn't very bloody for a boys episode for a first episode. You know what I mean? Like people were beat up, but it wasn't like a head chopped off or like hell, they didn't even show Kimiko's face after she fell off of the building like 4 floors. Like normally they would even show like that. They just show the face hanging. So like I think that they kind of maybe they might show more later, but to me there was like that. I guess that was a dislike. It seemed like they was like taming it a little bit,
Hmm.
maybe. But that's yeah, those were my only complaints because again, it's only the first episode, so I don't want to be Captain Critical for no reason.
I got you. So, I actually okay. So I thought you're right. Maybe it could have been a little bit more, but they had their scenes like when they went and killed those dudes in the room. I think that was pretty because Black Noir. I think it's the first one to hit the dude, smashes open his head like right away. You know what I mean? And then they have that big fight at the end, and things happen. People get killed and stomped on and shit over there. So I think they had their moments for that. Um, one of my biggest issues is Frenchie, Frenchie being gay, right? It just feels like it came out of left field. I don't
Yeah,
re- I don't remember anything in the first 2 seasons, first 3 seasons with that kind of a narrative, right? Even when he was being captured by not captured, but he's working for that lady there. Even then, he was implied that he was fucking her, and then it was, I guess, implied that him and Kimiko were supposed to have something going. It felt like they were in love, and then all of a sudden now he likes dudes, and I'm just like, wait, where did this come from? Like, I don't, it just came out of nowhere for me.
that might be from. I think that might be just pandering because it is. We are in now. People might get at me for this, but we are in Pride Month, so uh, we they could they could like, I see that a lot. To me, that could have been pandering. I don't. Especially what's going on with what's happening in the world, and I'm not trying to make it political, but we're seeing a lot of in over the years more same relation with people. So I think they were just trying to check off a box. That's my
Well,
personal opinion.
if anybody in there that's watching, if you guys can tell me if they you remember any type of hints towards it in the first three seasons, please let me know because I don't remember it. Maybe there's a
Me neither.
possibility that he was bisexual or something, and I must have missed it or something, or didn't remember. But from what I guess, and I don't remember seeing that. So the change in this season like that was just like, wait, where did this come from all of a sudden? You know what I mean? And even last season, it was like him and Kimiko. It felt like they were, they were bonding and they were starting to build a relationship. And then in this episode, like right away, she says, "Oh, there's gonna be nothing between you and I." And I was just like, "Wait a minute, what did I miss? Like, what's going on
Yeah,
there?" So
we need more. I need to, of course, watch more, but we need more context because I don't recall him being bisexual. But I'm only assuming that because he's French, they're using that as a what's it called? What is it? Is it was you call that a MacGuffin? Are they? There's like, oh, he's French.
caveat.
Like, yeah, caveat. There we go. It's like, oh, he's French, so he has to be bi. So that's kind of like, uh, uh,
Mike said in a flashback from season 2, episode 6, where Frenchie is heavily implied to be in a polycure trope with Sherry and Jay. Sherry even blatantly says Frenchie is a little gay in this scene. Did he? Okay. I don't remember, but I'll take your word for it for sure. I don't remember that. Frenchie's sexuality is also shown when he refers to Jay as my Dorothy before kissing his hand, comparing their trio to Cher to the particular women from the Golden Girls. I got you.
okay. So it was there. So I mean, I can. I don't want to sound. I only reason I said the whole using French thing because European people can assume that they can put that trope. That's it. They can use that trope. But I mean, does it I guess they want to make you add more dramatization, more character relations, but I don't see where. I mean, of course, clearly the fact that they're highlighting it, I'm sure something's gonna happen to the boyfriend. So I mean, they wouldn't introduce this character for no reason. So, but
Mike said, I don't think he's gay. I think he's bi.
oh, okay. Well,
I
that's fine. I
mean,
mean, if he's bi, he's bi, whatever.
if
That's fine.
technically to me, and if you bi, you gay. I'm sorry, you're just gay. you know, either or you can say bisexual. Yeah, you go both ways, but you're gay to me. It's just another way of saying you're gay. But it's okay. I get it. But okay, so I never see. That's what I'm saying. Like that's why maybe it was such a like, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening because I don't remember any of that stuff. I'll have to go back and check it out and be like, okay, yeah, I see what Mike is saying now. But I guess it just like slipped my mind. Whatever. Didn't really pay much attention to it. So it's not like it just came out of left field. But if you're not paying attention to it, then it feels like it came out of left field. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden. So, but I mean, for this show, the action is boys, the comedy is the boys, and it's just strictly boys, and I love it. Um, I think it's a great show. You know, it's the other day these guys were like, "Yo, let's go watch." They're talking about Interview with a Vampire. So after I got off my stream, it was on, and I popped it on. And 5 minutes into the show, I was like, "No, I can't do this. I can't watch this. I cannot do this." Some girl was on the table, and they're having some conversation. Looked like they were about to bite her, and I was like, "Nope, I can't do it. Sorry." Boom, took it off in 5 minutes. So I think this show is one of the best shows on TV, and it's still good for me. Um, episode 1 got me wanting more, right? And I was glad that they dropped 3 at one time. Unfortunately, Warren didn't know, so he didn't
Yeah,
watch the other 2. But I
exactly.
really enjoyed the fact that we got 3 at one time. I wish they would have dropped all the episodes at once.
They can't do that.
I wish they would have. I mean, at some point, there's some shows where I'm just like, yes, drop them all off. I don't want to wait. You know what I mean? I don't want to wait till next week. I want to see it right now. So,
It's but think about, okay, so streaming service was supposed to, the whole, which I find it ironic, right? Streaming service, and this is getting off of the episode, but it was supposed to be that if I go to Netflix and I see something I like, I would get 10 episodes dropped or
hmm
whatever.
hmm
But now they realize, hey, we can keep the customer
yeah,
if
yeah,
we
one hundred
only
percent.
if we do like three
Yeah, yeah.
episodes or two episodes,
Mm-hmm.
because now they have to at least subscribe for,
Mm-hmm.
was it like 2.5 months?
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Mm-hmm.
what, three subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of scummy in a sense, but I mean, they, I guess that's how they have to make their money. But and
Well,
again,
that's
yeah,
exactly why they do it, because there are people that were just signing up to watch a series, right, and then canceling their account right away. Like, well, if people are gonna do that, then what we're gonna do is start dropping the episodes weekly. And I get it, for business wise, I get it, but it's just for people like me who, like, I have fucking streaming services that I don't even watch, and I'm paying for them, and I keep wondering, why the fuck am I paying for the streaming service? But I still pay for it. You know what I mean? There's some people
right.
out there that won't do it. To just cancel it after they, and I get it. But at the same time, for us that want to be like, because that's why I got streaming service. No commercials, which now they're fucking putting commercials on everything, right? Amazon Prime putting in these fucking ads in the middle of the damn show, pissing me off. I'm like, really? So
I mean, unfortunately, ads drive revenue, and like,
yes, I know.
sadly,
Yes, I
and
know.
but I'm sure there's gonna be somebody out there that you can block I mean, I get my ads blocked, so I don't have to worry about that nonsense. But I mean, it was bound to happen, right? Because the ads is gonna generate more money, not. But like, I don't know, like, yeah, I think that I wish, I think what they could do, a happy medium is, like, let's say it's a 13 episode series. They drop, like, the first month they drop 7, and then the next month they drop the next 7.
Yeah, I guess that'd be okay. But Mike said binging sucks. It's better to do weekly, more engagement. I agree. For that reason, yes. Like for YouTubers and stuff like that, yes. You can do your watch parties like we're doing for the acolytes. Then you can have your round tables. You have one
Masterpiece.
every week, right? Yeah, pretty much. You could have your round tables, you could have your watch parties, you're doing one every week, so it's engaging, you get people content, right? But for me, like certain shows, like let's say Cobra Kai, I'm not gonna do a round table for that. Drop that shit all one time. You know what I mean? That's what I want. So some shows I don't mind, and some shows I do. Like for honestly, if I want to watch shows weekly, I'll watch regular TV. If I want to watch shows binged, I think it should be on the streaming service. But I completely understand that it's for the engagement. I get that. My only problem with binging is that I get headaches trying to watch a show in one day. See, that's a problem too, because there are some shows where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna watch, one episode, two episodes, and the next thing you know, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm still trying to watch the next episode, and I gotta get up and go to work the next day because I can't stop watching it. Want to know what happened. So there are issues with that too as well. I agree with you, Tony, 100%. What would you grade episode one?
Uh, I I mean, objectively, I would give it a solid 9 out of 10. I don't see it had a little bit of everything. Yeah, I give it a solid, at least no, it can't be lower than an 8. I didn't have any problems with it.
I'm right there with you as well. I'd probably give it a 9 too. Only because I don't want to give a 10 right away. You know what I mean? And then something's better, and it's like, oh my gosh, well, that's a 10 too. And it's like, oh, you thought the first episode was a 10, but this is so much better. So I'm gonna say, cool, I'm gonna give it a 9. Maybe even a 9.5 to be honest with you, because other than the Frenchy stuff, there was nothing I didn't like about it. Mike explained it now, so it's not like it's just right out of the blue. So yeah, for that reason, then I can't really complain about anything about episode one. So I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. Said,
Yeah. Thanks, Mike, for the
good.
explanation.
I binged Stranger Things in 3 weeks. Um, yeah, I think Stranger Things does drop all at once too, right? And I binge watched it as well. I did. I think that was the show where I was watch. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. And I put on an episode to watch, and then I was like, "Damn, this is good." So I watched the second one, watch one more, and then that episode, and it's like, "Okay, I'm gonna watch one more. I'm not really tired right now." And then I looked at the time and like, "Oh fuck, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Shit, I gotta go to work tomorrow." But so I can understand that. But I definitely really enjoyed episode one. I thought there would be more people up coming up in here tonight to talk about the rest of the episodes that we because Warren didn't see him, so I don't want to spoil it right now. Um, I don't know. Brian said he was in traffic, so he said he'd try to be here as soon as possible. I don't know what happened to Danny. Um, as you can see, LOWKEY was taking his child home, so he was kind of busy. Said Anzo facts. The story was very engaging. But you see, that's the thing, though, right? When you have an engaging story, you want to continue watching it. Like I'll be honest with you, the acolytes. I, hey man, that's something you could drop weekly. It's like a struggle to watch it at this point. To be honest with you, like no word of a lie. It's like, oh god, okay, it's fucking Tuesday. I gotta do this goddamn fucking acolyte shit. Now I can say it ended on a note that had me like, okay, well, we'll see what happens in the next episode. But I don't have faith in Disney Star Wars to um knock it out the park. And I say this all the time, and I'm gonna say it again. Disney, and I'll say Disney because Marvel too, with their shows, they can take notes from these shows that are good and are actually series and feel like series, right? A lot of these fucking Disney shows don't feel like a series. They feel like it's a long movie that they cut up into pieces. And when you do that, you have some episodes that are 35 minutes. You have other episodes that are like 40 minutes and then 50 minutes. And I'm just like, why can't we get a consistent 1 hour show, right? Just give us an
Well,
hour show like the boys does.
the thing is that they hopefully they've hired people that do shows and not write movies for the shows this upcoming year for because I have I'm sorry, Mike, I'm gonna preface this. I don't have any faith in Agatha.
Neither do I.
I don't have faith. Like I'm gonna be honest. Okay, not that I don't have faith in it, and not that I don't think Catherine Hahn is not a good actress. And that Agatha character was somewhat decent in WandaVision, but I don't think she deserved her own show. That's nothing against the actress. The character is at best like a C to like a low B to a C tier villain at best in Marvel. So why like I get it, she had a good performance, but it's one of those things where now they got the actress, they signed her, so it's like they're stuck with her, right? So in that sense, I think the shows they need to I think they need to hire like more older people. This is gonna sound weird because it seems like the people they're hiring is catering to what's happening. Well, okay, not older people. They need to hire people that just follows content and
Yeah, the
know
content that they're creating. They know
the,
about the content. 100%.
yeah. You don't have to be verbatim in regards to creating the character. Like we're not expecting a comic to a comic print to screen one for one, right? But at least you should be 60 to 55%. And then when you're changing it up and you're doing all this stuff, like I have like for instance, I don't have no problem with the acolyte the way but the way they're going about it is kind of like it's very suspect. It challenges the lore. I, I don't know if they don't I think they're too catered to like the I think honestly, a lot of Disney stuff is catered to people in their 20s. Personally, that's my honest opinion. Disney stuff is catered to people that are like early teens. I'm talking like 17 to like 27. That's my honest
Well,
opinion.
they cater to people that doesn't really care about their product. That's the problem. You know what I mean? The ones that do care about it and are spending the money to buy the toys and merchandise and all that stuff, those are the ones. Those aren't the people they want. They want the casuals, and I get it. You do want casuals, 100%, but you don't alienate the true fans by trying to get casuals, and I think that's a huge problem. Tony said Onzo Belair season 3 is coming back in August. Seen the trailer for it, looks interesting, so can't wait to see what they do with that. And he said the penguin is going to drown Agatha. Ain't nobody give a shit about that fucking penguin show either.
I'm gonna
Uh,
watch it. What are you talking about? What's
don't give
wrong
a shit. Anything that is fucking
Oh my,
connected to that Matt Reeves fucking garbage Batman
oh
fucking
my
movie,
God,
like
what's wrong?
nobody give a shit about that. That is
That's a
correct.
that's a good Batman. Wait, that was a great Batman. What's wrong
No, it
with
was
you?
not. No, it was not. It was
Oh,
ass.
I'm a,
It was
what?
ass. It
Why
was
was
on
it?
down the same lines of them fucking trash ass Nolan movies, and we got this fucking garbage ass fucking The Batman that takes place in the same kind of fucking real world universe, and nobody want to see that shit.
That was
Mm-mm.
a good. What do you mean?
It was garbage.
We. What do you mean that that was not garbage?
It was
It was
garbage. It
it
was
was good detective work.
it was
Danny would agree
trash.
with Danny would agree with me on this. Didn't he like the Batman?
And what I got to do with anything? Well, because Danny likes it, that means it's good.
Yeah.
Danny liked Book of Boba Fett.
I mean, I mean,
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Sorry, Danny, but it's true. Danny liked Book of Boba Fett, and that was
okay.
ass.
The problem with Book of Boba Fett was that they
It was
needed.
ass.
Okay, I mean, he
You
made.
can't even deny it.
I mean, it had its moments though.
Anzo, I thought you liked mafia stories. I do. I just don't want to see them in my superhero shit. I don't want to see it. I don't care. Fuck Penguin. No. Garbage. No.
How do you know the
Penguin,
penguin was gonna be garbage though?
garbage. Because the Batman was garbage. That's why.
Oh, so because you didn't like a movie, the show's gonna be bad too. That makes
100%.
sense.
It's in the same universe.
So
Why
wait a
would
minute.
it be good?
Did you like Suicide Squad too?
Yes.
Did you like Peacemaker?
Yes.
So okay, everybody
Was
thought Suicide Squad 2 was terrible for a movie, and nobody thought a Peacemaker show would be any good. So why
but what's
not
that
give
got?
the
Okay, so what's that got to do anything, right? The reason why Peacemaker was good and Suicide Squad was good, right? Other than James Gunn writing whatever, it was a superhero movie. We had superhero stuff, right? We had elements in this show and this movie that were superhero shit. In the Nolan Batman and the fucking Matt Reeves Batman, there's no superhero shit in it. It's just a guy in a fucking mask. It's fucking Toretto
It's
in a
year
Batman suit.
one. It's like year one or year
It's
two. What do you
Toretto. It's Mike Toretto or whatever his name is in a Batman suit. That's all it
Okay,
is.
let me get so you wait, so you're expecting Batman to be the Batman that's like can already take on Superman already? Like it's year two or three. It's like
So first
he's
off, this Batman will never take on Superman because there's no super fucking there will be no Superman in this universe, right? Because everything is grounded in reality. So you can't have a Superman in a movie that is fucking grounded in reality. So there will never be a Superman in the Matt Reeves
never
Batman.
say never.
There will never be a Superman in the Matt Reeves Batman. Never.
Never say never, my friend.
I'm saying never. You can come back to this fucking boy stream episode 1 and tell me I am wrong if they ever do it. But right now, at this point, there will never be a Superman in that Batman universe because it is grounded in reality. And
Money
Superman
talks.
is not grounded in reality. Matt Reeves already said he does not want this universe connected to anything that's going on with the DCU right now. So
That doesn't mean he can't. All I'm saying is that that
what?
was Batman using detective skills. He fought. It was that was a good
Okay. What
movie.
what superhero shit did the Batman do in the Batman, James? What did he do?
I
Please
can name a few.
enlighten me. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Okay. First, he well one he had the what you call it on his eyes, that tech that could
That's not
read.
that's not superhero shit.
But
That's
he
technology.
but that's he's
That's
human.
not superhero shit.
Wait. So
I'm talking fantastical superhero shit. Like the shit you would see him do in the fucking Zack Snyder universe or the
oh,
shit that you would
stop
see
it!
him do
Stop
in a
it! You
cartoon.
are
I want
sucking off
that
that
Batman.
man.
I
You are
want
so
that. Hold on. No,
sucking
no,
off
no, no,
that
no.
man.
Hold on. No, I do not. No, I do not. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the Batman that he portrays, the shit that he does, is superhero shit. That's what I want to see.
Wait a minute.
You don't
Wait.
see that in the Matt Reeves fucking
So
don't.
he beat up some goons in BVS, right? Now this has become a this has become a Batman debate.
Not
He
o-
beat up he beat
not
up some
only did
goons
he
in
beat
BVS.
up some goons, he was hanging on a wall like in coverage, right? He was
His ass
fucking
got
he was swinging around with his fucking bat thing, whatever you want to call it. He was swinging around. He was doing super Batman shit. This fucking Batman, what did he do in this movie? He got a fucking parachute and jumped off of something and then fucking almost killed himself when he hit the fucking ground.
he took
That's what
on
this
like
Batman did.
14 people or so, or like 12 people in
Big deal.
oh my god.
Big
You
deal. The
first of all,
Matt
let's
Reeves Batman would get his ass whooped by Superman in a fucking minute.
it's
Cause
year. Come
I
on,
don't give
Mike.
a, I don't give a
Mike, where
fuck
are
what
you to
year it is.
defend me? Where
So
are you to
first off,
defend me? It's year
you
two.
it, first off, if you know Mike, he won't defend you on this one. He won't. Mike does not like the Nolan shit, and he does not like the Bat Reed. He will
Wow.
defend me on this. Too bad he's probably gone, but
Wow.
I'm
Okay.
still,
Well,
I'm still waiting for the superhero shit. Keep going. I'm waiting.
okay. Well, I'm sorry. Using tech is what Batman does. So I don't understand how, because he had the tech that could.
So do they not use tech in Fast and the Furious?
Oh, okay.
I'm
Okay.
asking the question. Do they?
Did yes? Did he not?
Is
Did
is
Bat,
is that superhero shit in that
did
movie?
Batman not jump off of like like a 30-story building and glided down? That's pretty
And
superhero
then
to me.
why? Because he had a fucking glider.
He it's
The
year.
Batman would have fucking used his fucking, and I can't remember what to call it, but the gun with the fucking lasso. He would have flung it on the roof. He would have climbed up. He would have swinged
His
around,
grappling hook.
kicking his grappling hook. Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. He would use his grappling hook. He would have fucking hit a building. He would have closed. Come on,
This
bro.
is year two or year
I
one. What
don't.
are you expecting?
The problem is that even if it's year 5, that's superhero shit. This Batman is not gonna do it. That's
This
not
was
gonna
a
be shit.
different take. The whole purpose.
Yeah,
The whole I can't believe I
and
even
it
said.
was garbage.
Okay, first of all, and then he there's also the scene where like he when they were fighting in the New York's, well, it's supposed to, it's Gotham is New York, right? When they're fighting Madison Square Garden and having to he popped that adrenaline and started like punching and kicking and then like escaping all those cops. You think a regular guy could escape those cops like that
Yes,
from that?
Don Toretto does it all the time.
Stop it. You
Don
are
Toretto does it
you
all
are
the time.
full
Huh?
of it, bro. You are
Don
so
Toretto does it all the time.
all right.
All
So
the time.
Iron Man's just a regular guy with technology. Then
Yes, but hold on. Here's the thing, though. With the Iron Man movie, he's flying, he's using fucking blasters, he's using superhero shit that's not in the real world. You can't fucking grab a fucking Iron Man suit and go fly with it. but anybody can grab a fucking Batman suit and do the exact same shit that the Batman did in that fucking movie. They may die doing
All
it,
right,
but
all right. You know what?
you know
You
what
know
I
what?
mean? Because
Let
real
me
life
see.
shit,
Let me
but
get.
people fucking go hand gliding all the time. That's nothing new.
You know, and Anzo, you know what? I want you to do a TikTok reel of you jumping off of your house and grappling hook and swinging. I want to see you be Batman and do that after this stream. I want to see you do. I want you to fight some criminals right now.
He
Since
said,
uh,
I guess that's Tank. He said, "Oh my God, thank God Brian's running late. Don't get him started with the Batman superhero argument. It will never end." I would love to know which side he's on, and I'm pretty sure I know what side he's on already. He's on probably on the fucking Nolan cocksucking fucking Mac fucking dick riding side. That's probably the
wow,
side he's on. I get it, right? I get it. A lot of you guys are on that
I
side.
like
It's
all the
okay.
Batmans. I've liked all the
It's
Batmans.
a,
I don't
a
maybe
lot
the
of
George Clooney one I didn't really like, but all the other Batmans I like.
hey, I will take George Clooney and
Stop
Val
it.
Kilmer
Stop it.
Batman
Stop it.
over Christian Bale and
Stop.
Patterson
You are
any
full
fucking
of
day.
shit.
I'm dead ass. I have never once said anything different.
Wow.
If you guys know me when we come to this Batman discussion,
You
it
would
has
take
always been
George Clooney
100%.
Batman.
100%.
You are so full of it right now.
100%.
George
Bat nipples and
not
all. Yes.
9:03 p.m. Thursday 6/20/2024. This man is literally saying he would take George Clooney Batman
Bat
over Christian Bale and over
bat nipples
Pat.
and all. What was it? Bat
Wow.
nipples, bat credit card, the Batmobile, the chicks love the car, all of that shit.
Wow. I've
I
never
would
heard
take
of.
all of it over Nolan. Oh hell yeah!
I mean, this is a ground level thing building up. Like what were you expecting him to like throw out batarangs out of his thing and then just like he's fighting some
Jump,
like a
throwing
league of
batarangs,
assassins and
throwing
first
batarangs, jumping off of buildings, all that type of shit. Yes, that's what Batman does. Yes,
you realize half of Batman's villains are insane asylum villains. You realize this, right?
that's what Batman does. Yes, all that shit. That's what I want to see him doing. Yes, I
Oh,
don't want him driving in a fucking car that I can go buy out on the street, or a fucking Batmobile
wow,
that
man.
looks like a fucking cheap ripoff tank. Yes, he
Wow.
loves the Nolan, at least the Dark Knight for sure, but he don't think Batman is a superhero, just a hero. Exactly. Nolan
Batman.
is the best big screen What? Wait,
Yeah.
what? You mean Christian Bale?
Okay.
Christian
First
Bale
off,
is the best big screen Batman? Wait, are you Tank? Can I get some of what you're smoking, please?
Tank
Cause
is
I
on. Tank's smart. He knows what he's talking about. Like
Christian Bale.
he wasn't the best. Okay, first of all, the problem, and this is why I
Better
stopped.
than Michael Keaton. Is that what we're saying?
No, I'm not saying it. Okay, first off, I am not even a Batman fan anymore. I've told you this on multiple streams way back. I stopped being a Batman fan because the man's just too good. He's too smart. He could beat anybody. I bet you somehow Batman knows how to beat God at this point. So that's why I don't like Batman. Unfortunately.
That's the Batman I want, though.
No.
That's the Batman I want. Yes,
Oh,
that's the Batman.
I could be
That is
God.
fucking. That is fucking Batman. The Batman from Justice League. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I ran as soon as I could get here. I still got my uniform on. I was like, I'm on. See you later. Bye.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Let's go.
Oh no. Now we have two of them here. So it's 3 against 1, but I don't care. Bring it on. I don't fucking care. I will say it, and I've said it again. Nolan, Matt Reeves, Kaka, garbage
Oh
Batman.
my God.
This is the most. I
It's the
don't.
worst thing you ever say. Like, you are smart. You have
No,
great
no, no, no,
taste
no,
in
no.
stuff, and
He-
this is the worst thing that you could ever
No,
say.
he taught himself.
He taught himself, Brian.
What
He
are you saying?
said that Mace Windu,
Oh,
Samuel
my God.
Jackson acting was caca.
Wow.
Well,
No,
it
I
wasn't
remember
nice.
that. No,
That's Mace
you know what?
Windu.
Those are two terrible takes from such a smart person
Whatever.
that has such good, like you have good taste and stuff.
Okay,
I don't
so
know.
first
I don't know
off,
where did it go wrong. I don't know.
He's not. I'm not streaming with him no more. I just did this out of respect. But
okay, so first off, let me clarify. Samuel L. Jackson is a hands down great actor, 100%. It's just his acting in the prequels wasn't up to his par,
But
and I
that's not his
don't.
fault.
That's
That's
what
what I said.
they
I
said.
don't blame him.
This
I
is what
blame
they
George
wanted him to
Lucas
do.
for that.
It's
Yes,
like,
100%.
and
I
that was
blame
the
George
way that
Lucas
Star
for that.
Wars was
I
acting.
didn't hear none of that.
I did say that.
Okay, no,
I
that's
did say that. I blame George
My
Lucas for
my
that.
mind stopped when he said that. I was like,
So let me get this straight. Okay, I just want to end this right here. So you're
Here we go.
saying you're
Yes.
saying that even though this is a year 1 to year 2 Batman that's learning, you expect this man to be already doing League of Assassin
Ah.
moves, throwing out gadgets and all this stuff. Are you serious about what you're saying? It's so mental that I can't comprehend this right now.
you
Mike,
know it's bad
I-
when I am in total agreement with Warren. Total.
Mike, I need you up in here. Yes,
Hey, but
Mike
no,
said my
this is
spider sense
this is
went
my
off.
point right now. You're agreeing with Road Comics. Michael from that's what that. Come on.
Yes, I've been. Me and Mike have been on the same page constantly. And Warren was like, "Mike, come in and help me." And I'm like, Mike is
No,
not
he
going to
definitely
help
like.
you.
Yeah.
He
No,
don't
no,
like
no,
the
no, no, no,
Nolan.
no, no,
He don't
no,
like
no,
the
no.
Matt Reeves.
It's so
That's not my
crazy.
argument. That's not my argument. Argument is that you're saying this is supposed to be some Batman from the animated series from Fox 5, and I'm like, no, bro. This
It
guy
doesn't
is
make sense. No.
he's like 20 something right now. He
Okay,
barely knows like
you're gonna be mad at me. So the Batman, I think the Batman is decent, but I do not think it's the greatest thing ever. I think it's too long,
oh, I
and
agree.
it has 3 endings, and it should have ended the first time.
I am
So
not disagreeing with that part.
I've never said it was a masterpiece. I don't think it is, but I don't think it's caca. I don't.
It's not. It's not terrible.
It's not
terrible.
terrible.
it's
Now,
so
what I do
here-
think is caca, I don't like the way they portrayed the Riddler. I just don't like that. I that's if I could change that, I would change it.
I'm not totally against what you're saying either. I'm not
So
totally
here-
against what you're saying either.
Here's what I was saying earlier, right? And I've said it many times. Like the reason why I don't like it is because these movies are grounded in reality. And I told Warren, this Batman, Matt Reeves' Batman, you will never see Superman because it is grounded in reality. So you will never
No,
see a
Batman
Superman
is
in
grounded.
that series. Yes, the
Batman is
movie
grounded in reality, but
The
that's
movies.
okay. But it's okay because Superman is not reality. So like
That's-
Batman is just this is where I always get here. Batman is not a superhero, guys. Understand
He's a human.
that. He's a hero. He's a hero. So his movies can be grounded in reality because he's just a dude.
Okay, but let me ask
Okay.
you this. I'm just gonna give you stats now. Okay. Batman is an above Olympic athlete. An athlete is already above regular humans.
He's a ninja.
Okay, when I remember, but ninjas ain't pushing 1,000 pounds. He can squat 1,000 pounds. I think at one time I got the books that tell you all their powers and weaknesses and stuff. He is like above genius. He has a working knowledge about any kind of aspect. I mean, he can just look at it and he instantly has like a working knowledge of it.
But
Magic.
his physical, I always thought was also helped by his mental. Like he created the suit did certain things, like supported him in certain ways. The
suit didn't help him until what's the one with Terry McGinnis?
Yeah, McGinnis.
But when he was like 25 to maybe 45, that was all Batman. He had the bulletproof armor stuff, but it wasn't like him throwing people in that across.
No, but it was
in that doggone warehouse. That's him.
Oh, it was the support. So like
no mechanized suit.
No. I said it was support. So like he had things like that helped his back. It helped things that helped support certain things, and also bulletproof and all that other crap.
Yeah.
But all the movement was him. You're right, 100%.
Okay, I agree that Batman. Okay, so Batman is I think he's an overrated superhero. The
Oh my
problem we
God.
have
Please,
here.
please eject this thing, bro.
Okay, but no, Byron.
Yeah.
Brian,
He's
this is what
trying
I
to
said.
say that. What I understand what you're
Let
saying.
me
He's
explain.
not
Overrated?
a superhero.
No.
He's a hero.
Okay. The problem with Batman is he's just too good for a human. The man can get killed by Darkseid with Omega beams, but then brought back later. He can have his back broken, but he's back again later. He could literally fight God, and somehow he beats God. How is this possible? That a normal
Okay. Let me shoot them down with Omega beams. I remember that cartoon. Darkseid said, "Impressive. You're the only human that's been able to dodge his Omega beams." Batman. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how powerful you are. If you're not smart, you ain't getting nowhere. Batman, hyper intelligent. I think he's smarter than Iron Man. I think
he's a better detective than Iron Man. He's a better figure outer.
I think
than
he's smarter.
Iron Man.
So you see, all of that stuff you guys are explaining, especially when you bring up the cartoons, that's the Batman I want to see. I don't want to see this Patterson
But you've seen
shit.
that.
But no,
Yeah,
you have to remember, but Batman is all the lights went out.
Oh, Batman's coming for
Batman said, "Wait, I got something for you."
That's the Batman I want to see. I don't want to see the Patterson Nolan Batman. No, I want to see the Zack Snyder Batman, where he's using his fucking, swinging around and doing all kind of fantastical superhero shit. That's
is
the
year
Batman I want to see.
one. What do you expect?
No, but my point is, even if it's year 1 or year 5, you won't see that stuff because those movies are more grounded in reality than anything.
But his villains are
right?
always
So you're gonna have
grounded,
Clayface.
though.
You're gonna have Clayface. Hold on, you're gonna have Clayface in the
Mhm.
next movie, and he's not going to be the Clayface from the comic. He's just going to be a regular dude that I guess
you're gonna argue this, but understand Batman has many comics that are grounded in reality.
Probably does.
No. So, Batman by Gaslight, like it's super grounded in reality.
That's his motto.
This one right here, I got the Doom that came to Gotham, like super grounded in reality. There's a lot of Batman comics that are grounded in reality, so you can't it is still part of Batman.
Okay. I'm not saying it's not. I'm saying it's not the Batman I want to see. That's not what I want to see. I don't care. The fucking Batman from Matt Reeves movie is Don Toretto. There's no difference between him and Don Toretto. Not one bit of fucking difference. Everything that he did in that movie.
Don Toretto. First of all, Don Toretto ain't smart as Batman. He ain't got the sketch.
He's not even smart. He's not even really smart at all.
With those movies, he's smart. They know everything, right?
Can we admit that Batman's villains are mafia, insane assassins? That's all they really are.
You only really got two, I guess,
super
exhibit powers, and that's like Mr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul, and Bane. But if you get rid of Bane, Venom, he's nothing.
Clayface, Scarecrow.
No, Scarecrow's use toxins. He's a crime boss.
But in the comic book, Scarecrow's not a regular human being, right? I don't know what he is.
He's a regular. He's always been a regular human. He
uses that stuff that makes your mind hallucinogenic.
Yeah, it's hallucinogens. Okay. That's all it is.
And then Killer Croc, but that's a skin disease that he's mutated over years. But like Batman's villains are.
Yeah, but when he with Justice League, he gets introduced to other superpower villains.
But see, and that's the thing with Danny. The thing that makes Batman special is that he is the greatest detective ever. Like he figures you out before you figure him out. Like he's so hyper, like I don't know, intelligence, because he's not like he doesn't have a working knowledge of all things. Like Tony Stark can figure out, he can create a new element. He is smart. He's a different type of smart. But Batman he knows you better than you know. He's almost like the greatest psychologist that ever been. He can figure you out before you can figure you out.
Batman would have died if he got the Infinity Gauntlet and make that snap. He would have figured something out. He would have been like, I'm Batman and snap. No, he would have figured something out. He'd have been still alive.
He would have been dead just like everybody. He would have been dusted just like
everybody
else.
And I say this right now. Tony Stark, if he had enough time, he would have figured something out. But by the time the Hulk got the gauntlet and did the snap, he didn't have enough time to improve his armor. But if he had enough time to improve his armor, Tony Stark would have died from that snap. He would have done something to counteract that. And I'll give you my example. Remember when he first met Thor and Thor shot him with that with a hammer and it powered his suit up? It's like 400%. He's like, oh, okay. So next movie we saw him, he said Thor hit me. He had his suit modified where he received the electricity, the thunder blast in his suit and was able to distribute it. So if he given enough time, Tony Stark would have figured out a way for that snap not to kill him.
Not yet. See, the issue is, I think the issue is that Marvel has two things. They have magic and they have the superpowers, right? And the magic is what Thanos would use. In the snap, it was based on some knowledge, but it still was almost magic because it's like things you could not stop because he's going to do the snap. You're not going to be able to.
But isn't Thor magic?
Bro,
part
please
of it,
don't
but
show
he
this.
believes Thor. He believes magic and
science
are the same.
I could debunk this right now. If Wonder Woman doesn't come in the way, his ass gets blown up. Like, come on now.
That's not the point. That is classic Batman, right?
He's getting his ass kicked.
Okay, of course he's fighting Doomsday. He's gonna get it. He's fighting Doomsday. He's gonna get his ass kicked. But the way he's moving, trying to dodge it, right? You'll never see that.
Do you not see Batman in the club beating all them people?
You'll never see. But you'll never see. He's fighting regular people.
He's like 45 or 50 there, right?
But he's fighting regular people. The fact that you have this Doomsday in there, right? A supernatural.
He wasn't fighting him. He was running away.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you.
But again, my point is, you will never see that in the Batman. You will never see that stuff in the Batman.
He could though. He could.
Who?
Because if he's starting to learn. I mean, Darkseid still is available. The problem is, you're talking about exactly what Warren said. You're talking about Batman a year 2 versus Batman year 40. Batman, when he's 45 years old, is so good. He's almost superhero. Like I keep on saying he's a hero. He has so much knowledge along with all the other stuff that makes him Batman.
But you guys are missing my point.
I hear what you're saying.
The fact that the movie is grounded in reality, you will never see him fighting something like that.
Okay, but the first Batman with Michael Keaton, he was grounded in reality.
Yeah,
what was so supernatural about that?
Not necessarily.
What?
Because for one, hold on. For one, you had the Joker who fell into a pot of acid, who survived and had a white face. That was not grounded in reality. Because if you fall in the
you haven't seen Michael Jackson, come on, man. What you talking about?
hey, there'll be no disrespectful to Michael Jackson over here.
Hey, no, right? I'm not. That's not nothing to do with his blackness and his awesomeness. The dude came out straight out white. Like, I mean, just saying, it's grounded.
He didn't get thrown in a pot of acid, right? So now
you don't know.
You also have.
You don't know what he did in his life.
He didn't get thrown in a pot of acid. And now you also have Batmobiles that look, futuristic, fantastical. You don't have a fucking, what was the fucking car in the Batman I could go buy tomorrow?
Oh,
you know what I mean?
No.
You could buy it tomorrow.
You got that much money?
No.
Can I borrow $1?
So you can buy them glasses. Those contacts that can read all that stuff.
Thank you.
And then you put on the thing and download it.
So the contacts and that stuff have nothing to do with supernatural, fantastical stuff, because you see that stuff.
Fantastic. It's gadgets.
No, you don't, because but you see those gadgets in fucking James Bond. There's nothing new. Like, there's nothing there. There's nothing that you can't see in a regular spy movie.
How many people we see on James Bond, them disfigured and all kind of crazy stuff, got gold teeth, all that kind of stuff. That can jaws and got hats that can throw and cut whole buildings in half.
Who could cut what in half?
That Chinese man had that hat with the
but exactly my point. You're making my point for me. You're seeing that in a James Bond movie, which is not a superhero movie, and you're seeing the same fucking thing that's supposed to be in a superhero movie. James Bond is not a superhero. It's a fucking regular fucking
And my
spy
argument is that
movie.
Batman's not a superhero. So,
Okay, well, there you go. Keep saying grounded in reality, but the man healed a broken back from pull-up. Yeah, that's exactly my point. Exactly my point. He did 2 fucking push-ups, and all of a sudden his back was better. Fuck
it was
out of here, that
the
Nolan
will of
bullshit.
Batman. No, look, I don't care. Look, Dark Knight is the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen. I don't care.
I don't know
because
about
of
that,
Knight
Joker.
is
You need to-
well, it's the second
Only
greatest
because
one.
of
Logan
Bro.
is the greatest superhero movie I saw, but Dark Knight is second.
No, bro, you need to fall back. I don't know about that one.
I think Infinity War is the best superhero movie I've ever seen.
Individual, that's an ensemble movie. I don't even.
I
I don't even
put
put those in.
I'm
Soldier
gonna put-
above anything. I'm sorry.
You want to put what?
I'll put Winter Soldier above anything. It's just a good movie.
Winter Soldier is not even the best.
I put Winter Soldier above both of those movies too. 100%.
Thank you. That's such a good
If
movie.
it wasn't for the third act,
Dude,
I'm gonna put Black Panther in that conversation too.
I think Winter Soldier is not, maybe it might be the best Captain America movie, but it's close.
Is the best kind of.
It's close though.
It's hands down.
No, I mean Civil War
it's better than Civil War.
It's
better than Civil War. Oh, stop it!
It's
It is better than Civil War.
you
They're close. I agree with you. They're close.
I'm not saying like it's
What makes Civil War good is the airport scene.
It's also the ensemble and the story afterwards, and it's a lot.
And the fight with him and Winter Soldier. I mean, yeah, him and Winter Soldier and Cap at the end. That was iconic.
Right, but Civil War has too many issues with it for me. So, for example, Bucky and fucking Cap take off, right? Iron Man goes back to the raft to talk to fucking what's his name, then flies to where they are and catches them right before they even get into the room. Like, how is that even possible? Right? So I think Civil War has some issues with it. For me, I think Winter Soldier doesn't have as much issues as Civil War.
You know, it's funny because Winter Soldier is we talked about this Marvel movies. That's number 5 for me.
What?
Really?
It's number 5.
What cocaine are you on? It has
and you know, it's not necessarily like what's the best movie because what's best. It's the one I enjoyed the most.
Let's try to do a ranking again because
I enjoyed that.
I can't remember.
I enjoyed the 5th. Like just
your top 5 off the top of your head right now, Brian.
Like Marvel or superhero?
MCU.
My favorite one, I mean, not including Infinity War and because Infinity War I think is the greatest ensemble thing I've ever seen because it's just epic. You know, my favorite one is probably Black Panther 1. That's probably my favorite. I've been waiting for that. I'm a huge, you know what level I am of a fan. You know, I'm on a different level. So Black Panther 1 is probably my favorite.
Did you think Black Panther 2 sucked?
Yeah, I couldn't even watch it. I can't even watch it. Logan is my favorite period movie.
Why can't you watch it?
Because I'm
Danny. You know why you can't watch it.
Do you really want me to start? Do you really want to go down this rabbit hole with you guys? Do we really need this?
No.
We already know where I stand on stuff.
Oh my
Do you really want us to go down this rabbit hole and we go to T'Challa
Bro,
and I want to go?
If you got a heart, you will cry the first 30 minutes of that movie.
No, fuck that. You don't spend money. You do not do this. I can't even go here right now with this whole.
No, because you know what? A lot of fans talk about it's lazy writing. That's not that movie.
It's not even lazy writing. You don't spend. You don't make
lot.
money off of someone's death that had nothing to do with your damn movie. Fuck that. That's my biggest problem with that. You don't do that and kill them in the movie and then have a funeral scene.
But we don't know. We don't know whether or not he gave them the green light to do that. We don't know that. We don't know that conversation. We do know
because no one knew that he was going to die until he died. So we do know that, Danny.
No, no we don't.
No one knew he was going to die until he died. It was a shock to everyone.
Bro, they was writing him out, and we're gonna make sure before they know he was dying.
No one knew he was dying. No one. He didn't. Besides his inner circle, no one knew what was going on.
You mean to tell me the Black Panther 2 that we saw or didn't see was already in production before they even knew Chadwick Boseman was dying? I don't believe that.
it was being written, and then they had to rewrite it. That's why they took a big break. You look at between when they were going to start shooting and when they
took a
started
big break.
They took
When
a big
they
break because they had
found
to
out,
rewrite all the stuff.
when they found out, I don't believe. I could be wrong. I just don't believe him and Ryan Coogler and Kevin Feige didn't have a conversation about that. I believe they
I'm 100% sure that because no one knew that he was actually dealing with what he was dealing with. No one knew it was stage 4 cancer. No one knew he was going to die. And for you to try to make money off of that, try to make all this money, and it would be different if Marvel said, we're going to do this, and then we're going to give this to blah. No, you took that money and you ran with it. Fuck that. That is awful.
I gotta head out, but I just want to give you my top 5 really quick.
Okay.
Okay. Number 1 has to be Iron Man, the
Iron Man.
first
I
one.
love Iron Man. That's 2.
Number 2, we're talking about comic book movies of all time. The first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. That's my.
Really? I like the second one better.
I got I got Winter Soldier, and then I got the original X-Men, and then I'll end it off with Avengers.
So I know you're talking about somebody else on cocaine. You on cocaine? There
No.
ain't no way.
Wait.
There's no way Spider-Man is better than Winter Soldier.
No, it's top 5. My top 5.
Yeah,
movies.
but you rank them.
Okay, it's top 5.
I like Spider-Man 2 better. I like Spider-Man 1. I thought Spider-Man 1 had a lot of issues with CGI and all that stuff. It was too new. It looks bad. It almost looks.
It was comical. 2004. What do you want?
Because Spider-Man 2 is that much better.
Oh my! Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man.
Woo!
Garfield.
Get off the ecstasy, Danny. What are you talking about?
You said to go somewhere? Bye.
What?
Goodbye.
Spider-Man 2 is just better than Spider-Man 1. I don't know, man.
Hold on. Brian, who's the better Spider-Man?
Actual Spider-Man compared to what the comic books? Andrew Garfield probably is the better Spider-Man.
Thank you.
He probably is the better. But who's the better? What's the better movies? All Tobey Maguire's movies are better than the Amazing Spider-Man ones. That's just the movies are better.
I'm a motherfucker that ever lived.
Yeah, right.
You was farting in bathtubs and laughing your ass off. Yeah.
I'm gonna leave because I can't believe my brain cells. I just can't believe you.
Why are you still here? Bye.
It's Toby.
Toby Maguire is just
the best man.
I think Andrew Garfield is a better fit for Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire movies are so much better.
Sam Raimi, better Peter Parker.
100%.
Andrew is the better Spider-Man. He just
100% agree. I'm with you. I'm with you 100%.
Now I'm stuck with you too. All right, here we go.
But if I was on MCU, I would probably go that Blade would probably be my second one. So Black Panther, Blade, Iron Man 3.
3.
Iron Man is number 3.
Okay.
Iron Man is number 3.
I'm about to say what?
And then I'm going Winter Soldier 4. So yeah, that's probably I'm probably going Winter Soldier 4. Yeah.
You gotta do a new ranking because it keeps moving.
So we were actually discussing because Brian wanted to do it was all solo movies, right? The ranking,
yep.
All Marvel solo movies.
Yep. No ensemble ones. So that pushes out Civil War, that pushes out Infinity War, and Endgame. Leave those out. The first Avengers, leave those away.
I agree. Blade 2 is better than.
I like Blade 2 and 1 a lot, but Blade 1 is more important because
it's the
getting
beginning.
Getting off the ground. Without it, we wouldn't be anywhere without Blade.
I still wouldn't put them. I'd like as superhero movies of all times. I don't think it's in my top 5 to be honest with you.
I still watch that today. I've only got the movie.
I put Superman 2 over it. I put Batman 89 over it.
Batman 89 is good. But I don't remember. I don't call it superhero movie. I don't believe Batman is a superhero.
I got you. All right. Well, now that you guys are here, me and Warren did it like a first because he only seen the first episode, so we did that. So I'll get you guys' thoughts on. We'll just discuss the whole thing. You know what I mean? We are talking to boys, guys. Thank you everybody for popping in, and we definitely going to continue these debates again because I don't mind going up against these motherfuckers and being the only one. You know, maybe I'll holler at Mike, and me and Mike will come in here and school you guys on how those Nolan movies and the Matt Reeves movies are ass. You know, we'll
Worst
do that.
take.
let me ask this one question. David Quee said, worst 5 movies, comic book movies. I can tell you this: Wonder Woman 84, Blade 3,
Ooh.
Superman 4, Supergirl, and Green Lantern.
Green Lantern's
5
definitely up there too, but you guys, one of those Thor movies got to be in there. I mean,
Who?
Love and Thunder was
Mm.
so fucking bad.
Facts.
It was
Facts.
bad, but I'd
God.
rather watch that any day than Supergirl or Superman 4.
Oh, and then if you're gonna do that, then Madam Web has to be one of the worst
I'd
movies
rather watch Madam
And
Web.
Morbius.
I'd rather watch
Morbius.
Morbius. I'd rather watch Madam Web. I'd rather watch Eternals. All that over Supergirl. Supergirl was disgusting.
What about? Hold on, you forgot one, Danny.
Ooh,
Catwoman.
no, I don't watch. I don't watch that.
Really, Catwoman.
So I gotta see that strut. All I
And
gotta
then
see
that third Fantastic Four with Michael B. Jordan, that shit is terrible.
I don't care. It ain't worse than Supergirl. Go back and watch Supergirl now. I guarantee you be asleep within the first 10 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think I could watch
I don't know if I
Supergirl
can.
either. Supergirl, Superman 4,
Superman
even
4 was
fucking
awesome.
1984
Superman.
was
What was
awful.
it, the quest for peace?
Yeah, that was horrible.
Oh,
That was horrible.
oh,
But the one
God.
with Richard Pryor was horrible too.
It was funny though. I laugh at that.
Yeah, it
Richard
was
Pryor
bad.
when he got that $1 million check. The next
I don't-
day I see come up in a doggone Ferrari.
I just don't think there was enough in that movie to be funny. You know what I mean? Like, I thought it was a lot really silly, like the part where they're skiing on top of the building, and
Yeah.
it was really.
They had one of the
silly.
most iconic scenes though when he fought himself.
Yeah, that was great. I think that's the best scene in that movie. That's the best part in that whole movie.
It is.
That's
You know
the
what I
only thing that's worth actually watching in the movie.
100%. Other than that, garbage. But we're here to talk about The Boys. So let's get you guys' overall thoughts on The Boys. I'll start with you, Danny. Your overall thoughts.
I think it's a little bit slower start than what it normally is.
Did you watch all 4?
I only saw 3. I didn't see 4.
Okay, yeah,
4
the
now?
4th one dropped
Four just came out
today.
today.
Yeah.
I watched the 4th one. I watched one with the ice skating. That's what I saw.
That shit was hilarious though. That was funny though. Like, okay, so you said the overall thoughts, you think it's a little bit slower than
It's
usual?
starting off slower. It's still violent. Of course, they're throwing in the alternate lifestyle with Frenchie. I didn't realize that. I'm like, what? Okay, where that came from?
But that's true. The boys went there all the time.
Yeah. The train with the guy in the sauna. I didn't know what that was. I was like, did I just see what I saw? And then when he got pink eye, I was like, oh my Lord, this is crazy. So the one thing is a lot of shock. It's a lot of shock
Yes.
TV. I'm like, huh? Did I just see
Yes.
that? So
Yes.
and the guy that plays Homelander, man, he is his facial expressions, man, are man. You need an
Fire.
Oscar just for that. Because man, he
Facts.
looks like every little thing messes with him. And what was really cool, I think the coolest scene out of all 3 of them, when he threw the thing at the mirror and it was 4 versions of himself talking to him.
Yeah.
Then the other one calming down. I thought
Mhm.
that was a good scene, man.
It is because
he
it's
played
smart.
4 different I guess personalities or conflicts going on in his head. I thought that was on point.
Well, even the fact that Homelander has split personality syndrome, so like he's schizophrenic. That's what's happening. So all the things they did to him is causing him to become schizophrenic.
Yeah.
And you're seeing it, and they're doing it so well, masterfully with Homelander specifically.
Yep.
100%.
Trying to think what else. Mother Milk, he's coming on a little aggressive this year. I thought he was gonna make up with Butcher, and they didn't. I was like,
Nah,
And
he
I think-
fired his ass.
Yeah, and I think old boy that played Negan, he got something going on. I don't know what it is. He's trying to get Butcher. I know they're trying to say they either got to train that the Homelander son or they got to kill him, and Butcher ain't going for that. I don't think Butcher going to die either. You're gonna find some kind
No.
of cure or something. I'd be
Well, we
really
kind of got
surprised.
a hint to that in this past episode.
Yeah, in the fourth
The
one.
white stuff.
So
The
no,
white-
I don't want to spoil it for
What-
you. I'm
What was he? What was he making in the kitchen?
It was basically not poison, but like it was gonna knock out.
The little boy, the cookie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I like it. Trying to think anything negative. It don't have to be as gory as it is. I mean, when they kill, I think it's pretty cool. They said, "No, don't kill Prime," and then once they kill the Prime, I
They
call
all
them
died.
multiple man. What I call them. Then all of them died. I don't like this new Firecracker. I think she sucks.
As a character or just her in general?
As a character, I don't like that character at all.
Okay.
I'm getting a little tired of Starlight too. She's like,
hey, Starlight's best episode was episode 4 because she went.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then I'm getting tired of the Deep and the way they make Noir. He's so stupid.
Yeah, he's stupid. Yeah.
I'm starting to like A-Train. I didn't like him at first.
Yeah.
But I hope he don't get killed. I hope Homelander don't.
He's dying.
He's 100% killed.
Yeah, he's dying.
Black guy who's having second thoughts about bad stuff. Oh, they killed his ass.
Yeah. And then the smart girl,
Sister Sage.
Yeah, I'm kind of on the fence with her now.
I like her character.
It's an interesting character, Danny, because you see that her superpower is that her brain continues to grow, right?
Yeah.
So
that's why she stabbed herself to try to stunt the growth, whatever, and eat the
growth. Yeah, exactly. So she can just enjoy regular things in life.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah. So it's interesting. Like I said, to me, it's the started slower than it normally is. And I really kind of like the one that they keep firing and keep walking over. I think she's gonna snap. She's gonna become a super or something, and she's gonna get back at Homelander. She might be the very one to kill Homelander. I don't, because he's pushing her to the edge and she's tripping through all kind of hoops. So she might be the one to go ahead and do what she need to do. So,
actually, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I'll say this though, because before you go down, just keep your thought, so I don't forget. I was like going back doing stuff on, and what happens in the comic, if they do any of that in this show, the last season is going to be off the chain. Go ahead, Danny.
Like I said, I still I had to catch up from last season. Tell me again how Soldier Boy died. I know that
he's not dead.
Maeve. Yeah, they put him back in cryo, but it was Maeve. They were fighting and she jumped out the window and then he exploded and she lost her powers.
Yeah, and then I don't see why did Butcher save Homelander for the little boy's sake, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I like it. It ain't nothing I'm dying to see. And I know this really gonna be a hot take. So go ahead and put me up by myself.
All right. Got you.
I'm more interested in who's gonna be.
Oh my God.
Boys.
Oh my God. Hold on. I got something for you.
You can say whatever you want.
The fuck up. Shut all the way the fuck up until you reach the top of Shut Fuck Mountain, where there are no more fuck ups to shut.
Hey.
Oh no.
Listen what I said now. I didn't say the boys wasn't better, because the boys are better. I'm saying right now my interest is really peaked on who is his daggone Sith Lord. That is what I'm more interested in seeing than watching the episode. Now the episode from top to bottom, boys are better. And it ain't even 1%. It's 100% better. But for as interest, like, am I interested to see the next boys episode? Am I more interested in seeing who his daggone Sith is? I'm more interested in seeing who his daggone Sith is. I just am.
I got a hot take for you. It's the fucking dude that's been running around with May. It's him.
It could be. Or someone, I read this, someone said it's the father.
The father of the girls?
Of the girls.
Might
Remember we talked and it wasn't the Force, it was him that gave his of himself so they can be born. So all the crap that everyone has a problem with, with being the one and all stuff goes away because he's the father.
See,
that would be
right.
that would be nice, but
if
go
it
ahead,
is,
Danny.
I'm just saying, Star Wars is not good. Now I ain't gonna say a lie, but this one particular show really has my interest. I don't know who the hell this Sith is, and it's kind of like the same kind of buzz we had with WandaVision, trying to figure out all the stuff going on. So I like that aspect that they're bringing, whether it's intentional, whether it's accidental, I don't know. Right now, I'm all in.
All right, I got you. I'm still on the fence on this one, but we'll see. Like I didn't like the way it ended. I thought, I could have been a little bit more.
It was
I actually thought the exact opposite. The whole episode, I was like, this is okay. This is okay. This is okay. In the last 10 minutes, I was like, this is really good. But like the rest of it was just like,
they could do that for one whole episode, man.
But that's what I was saying. Like I think the reason why is because the whole episode was just garbage, and then you got like fucking 10 minutes, and then it ends. I was like, what? That's where it ends? No, like
finally give me something really good, and it's 10 minutes, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like Donnie yelled out, "What?" right as it ended. You know what I mean?
I was into it. Them last 10 minutes, man. I was like, okay.
Yep, it was Tank that says it. That's my theory. He's going around making babies like a drug dealer dude says. Master likes to collect people. He's trying to gather up his kids.
Wow.
And create.
Funny or serious?
All right. No, that's his theory.
That's a decent theory. Like his younglings to start off this stuff, even though it doesn't make sense at all with Sith lore. But that would be interesting in itself.
I don't buy it. Sorry, Tank. I don't buy it.
You don't buy it because all of a sudden you wouldn't have as many problems with it anymore.
Mm-hmm. No, I still have problems with
it. I wish this would be these last episodes be just so fired and see what these Star Wars fans say. And God, Lord, please let that
happen. Hey, they can definitely make the next episode fire. They can, but we're gonna get like a fucking 2-minute fight scene. The Sith Lord's gonna run off. We're not gonna find out who it is, and it's gonna be just garbage. So they can make it better, but I have a feeling they're not going to. So let's get back.
I would have to say Disney Plus don't stick the landing. So I think
exactly
say that.
You know that
Disney Plus don't stick the landing. I'm not saying.
They also teased the Wookiee in the end of episode 2, but then we got nothing. They better not do that again with the Sith. Exactly.
Literally,
right?
I think we're gonna get another. I think exactly the opposite. I think they're going to ruin this run they have the last 10 minutes, and they're going to go with a flashback.
Yeah, 100%. I think we're gonna go flashback, and then an episode after that we'll get the continuation. I believe that too.
Exactly.
So what are your thoughts on The Boys? Your overall thoughts, Brian?
All right. So I think they've taken The Boys and they made it very political. So, they're doing, once again, a reflection of our world now. So we have the 2024 election. So they're being very political. So you see with the whole presidential thing, and that's interesting in itself. But once again, it's being controlled by the outside forces. So Starlight being with the president, and then, you get the vice president, doing her thing, talking to Homelander.
They mentioned shows that we're watching now. Because you remember we said the suit should go back to being on the Masked Singer. I was
yep.
Like, how much Masked Singer paid for that?
And then they're talking about things like that Donald Trump says all the time. They're literally doing that stuff on the show, so it's become even more political than it already was. Because it already was political, but they're going even further in. They're leaning into it. So I thought that was pretty cool. We're also seeing that all the characters have these fatal flaws. So it's not just Butcher, but like Frenchie. Everyone has these fatal flaws that are really happening. And I thought that's really interesting because they're trying to give us more well-rounded characters. And I'm with it, honestly. I'm with that. Starlight, we find out that she's not just a goody two-shoes. We're finding out she has some skeletons in the closet, and that's creating other people, other problems. So I think that's good. They're tearing down what we think we know from the previous seasons, and realize trying to let you understand that these are still people,
humans.
and they still have
flawed humans.
Flawed either way. So even even though someone is good, they're doing bad things, and just because someone's bad, like A-Train, he can still has the capacity of doing good. So, and that's what I'm enjoying so far about this. And the idea of Ashley, I think Ashley is going to be the one that they finally that Butcher finally convinces to help. They're going to find a way to injure Homelander, and they can get her to actually sneak it in.
Yep.
And it's going to work because Sister Sage doesn't really think of her as anything. She's just he's just whatever. So like those things are just are really smart, and they can make an interesting series. The whole thing with Huey is interesting with the Compound V. Does he give it to his dad? What does he do with it? And then honestly, when I saw Butcher, I don't know, explode the dude out of the trailer. I don't know exactly. We don't know exactly what happened, but maybe his power is staying with him. Maybe we find out
I think that maybe that tumor is like manifesting some powers, or it's changing him. He don't know it.
He thinks it's killing him, and it's fine. He's gonna find out it's not killing him. He's actually gonna become a super, and he's gonna hate that, but it's gonna help him with his son.
Yep.
Which makes a lot of sense, because if the stuff I was reading about what happens in the comic, he has to be a super, right?
Yeah.
Now, what I was hearing is they were going to actually maybe give him the real Compound V to take care of what disease he has, but I'm more leaning towards you now, to where maybe it's not killing him, but it's giving him powers, because you can see the thing. It's not just it's not just moving around in his head. They show it crawling around in his back too at one point, right? So I'm like, okay, so maybe that's something too.
I'm thinking the Deadpool in them.
Yeah, they're probably going to give him some kind of power. I personally, I love the show so far. All 4 episodes were great to me. And you were talking, what's that, Danny?
I saw people on the same par with Homelander.
Yeah, I think
Homelander.
I think he will be.
Yeah,
because in the comic, he's the one that kills Homelander, right?
And then the part was crazy, man. He told old boy to get old boy a blowjob.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Then he stopped him, say, "None of y'all have the balls to challenge me, because you're gonna get lobotomized like he did the girl."
Facts.
Or we went back.
I promise.
Oh, you just see.
I promise. I won't do nothing. Time she said, "Well, I did something." I was like, "Go." The girl say, "Don't you think it'd been important to hear the next word to come out?"
The next word, the next word is probably the most important thing that she was going to say.
He's like, "Nah, I'm petty like that." I'm like,
yeah, he didn't care, right? And wait till you see what he does in episode 4, though, Daddy.
Yeah.
If you
my God.
If you think his pettiness was, oh man, I was like, yo, Homelander.
Let me see if it's on my box.
He has he did his own Hansel and Gretel moment.
I was dying. Oh my God, I was dying. And that's what I like. Like Danny said, shock value. Man, when they opened up that door and Multiplying Man was doing what he was doing,
oh my God.
I was like, what the like, you don't think they can shock you anymore, because we seen fucking Hero-gasm, right?
Hero-gasm, yeah.
And then it's like you see this thing and it's like, oh my, and then they're fighting this guy and he's multiplying.
And he's naked.
Fucking naked.
I'll tell you, you know how you watching TV, but then like something come on your phone and you kind of like your attention is split. I like reading something, or something came on, and I saw like the line of people in the sauna, and I was like, okay. And then some said, no, you didn't see that, Danny. So I went back and rewinded, and it was what I thought it was. I was like, these people are crazy.
He said, what the?
Yeah. And then when he started fighting, then his eyes started bothering him. I was like, oh,
he got pink eye.
Pink eye.
Oh, he gave himself pink eye. That is terrible.
I was sitting there down. I was like, who the fuck thinks about this stuff?
I don't know.
Like, you know what I mean?
He pulls the hair out of his mouth. I was like, oh God.
I said, I always said that I could probably, write a movie. I think I could do one that's better than certain things. But then I watched something like this, and like things like that they do in this, they don't cross my mind. Listen, in Hero-gasm, Mother Milk opened up a door and a bunch of fucking sperm went all over. Like, who thinks about that shit? warped mind, you know. But I like the
The
shock
one that had
value
the
stuff.
long thing that would grow like the snake and stuff. I was like,
Yeah,
oh my lord, what in the world?
Oh my
yeah,
god.
but I like the shock value stuff in it. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah,
oh
and the
my god.
one with a
Right.
girl, did she turn small
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
on the man private part? Wasn't she
Yes, yes.
that's
small?
what's the other one, the other show?
Well, that was
Oh, that, oh, oh,
Gen
that
V.
was Gen
Yeah,
V.
Gen
Yeah,
V. That was
Yeah,
I
Gen
keep
V.
Gen
getting
V.
them. I keep getting them confused.
No, but there was in the boys. It was a guy that could do that. There was a
Yeah,
guy
then he
that could
said he
get
told him
little.
go inside his butt.
His yeah.
Yeah.
Go inside.
And then he grow and kill him, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Explosive, yeah.
Mike said Herogasm in the comic is way worse. I'm
It's
sure it is.
way more graphic. I
I
actually
don't
have that
want
one.
to.
I
I
was like,
don't want
man,
to read
I
that. I
hide
don't
it
want to
because
read
I don't want
that.
my kids to ever see it. It's that bad.
I don't want to read that comic book. I can tell you right now.
Yeah, me too.
Watching
I
this
think
is
about
enough.
facts 100%. Oh my god. So positives of the first 3 episodes, Danny.
Oh, it's good. The shock value is through the roof. You're not gonna. Anybody that say they bored watching The Boys
You
needs
ain't
to be
watching.
lobotomized, or they need to
Yeah.
go
Facts.
somewhere and get some kind of treatment because you ain't gonna be bored. You be like,
Facts.
okay, or it may get just a 10 slow, but when it start getting slow, it's gonna be something that can be like, what in the world? It's gonna be some kind of gruesome death, it can be some kind of crazy sexual clip or something like we saw in the sauna. It's gonna be something crazy. A Homelander gonna be making these crazy expressions. Man, his expressions and I'll tell you, man, the best scene I've seen so far this season, him talking to himself in the mirror, those 4 different
I liked it too.
personalities,
Yeah.
that was on point, man. I was like, man, he's doing 4 different things. One was like nice, one was me. It reminded me of Multiplicity.
Mm-hmm.
With
That's a good
Michael
one.
Keaton. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
4 different personalities. Then the one at the top was like, and the way they had it split in the mirror was perfect, man. He like, shh.
It was funny because then
You
they
go
all
back home.
said at the same time, you know, we
You
all
need to go home.
agree this is what you need
Yep.
to do.
You
Yeah.
need to go back
Go
home.
home.
Yep.
Facts. And
So,
he goes home. Trust me,
Oh
Danny.
man.
When you see it, he goes home.
Oh,
And
boy.
yeah, he goes off on that. So what about you, Brian?
I like 3 things in particular. One, I like that they're bringing in these new characters, but they're still, they're not totally focusing on, but they're giving us new characters and they're telling us, this is going to add to the story, but they're not necessarily losing focus on our main characters. So the main characters are still getting good storylines, but they're adding to them. So the new characters are all about adding to the main characters. So I really like that. And then I like that we're finally getting to a real battle because you can see what's going on with Homelander and Ryan and Butcher and even Kamiko. We're going to get a real battle, and you can see the line starting to form. I think it's going to be epic by the end, like episode 7. I think it's going to be epic.
100%. And I loved when they were going on the mission and Kimiko started drinking the beer and she
Yeah.
was like signing and drunk and stuff. She's like, I had 8 beers. And
She
then
said I had 1.
Yeah.
Maybe 2.
Then she said 4.
4.
And then she said 8. Yeah, that shit was hilarious, bro. And that's what I like about the show. It's funny, you know what I mean? Like I get good laughs when I watch this show. And I say this all the time. Like when I watch shows like The Boys and stuff, I think Marvel and Star Wars could learn a thing about how to actually make series, like a series, because a lot of these shows that we get, they don't really feel like series, but this actually feels like a series, so I pretty much enjoy that. I love the switch with A Train. The only problem is I know that A Train is gonna die.
He's done.
Yeah, he's the Walking Dead. You can see it happening, right?
is
Anytime there's a
Homelander gonna
big
kill him?
yes, I think it is gonna.
He's gonna find out. He already knows that. He probably already knows that there's going to be a mole, and he knows that's probably him.
100%. Tank said there's going to be one more season and it's over. They'll see. Yeah, Saints starts to come. But that's what I like, though. I like the fact that they're not going to be milking it for like 7, 8 seasons where it starts to drag on. And you know what I mean? It's like, okay, we're going to do one more season and end it off like that. I think that's perfect. We'll probably have to skip through a lot of the things in the comic, but at least we'll get a definitive end and they know where it's going to end. So definitely like that. Black Noir thing, I am fucking dying to know who is playing Black Noir.
Oh, you don't remember?
Am. What?
The guy was in. He was in season 1.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember. He played Black Noir in season 1.
Yeah.
Same
Yeah.
one.
No, so
Okay.
after Homelander killed him, they found an actor to pretend to be Black Noir. He brought him in. Yeah. And it's gonna be the black guy. It's gonna be the black guy that where did I see him before? But yeah, they already showed us that.
No, okay. I didn't realize that. But then again, I also didn't because I was saying earlier that the Frenchie being gay thing, like, to me, came out of nowhere. I was like, where did this come from? Because it seemed to me like Frenchie was always trying to get with Chemical, and then when he had the handler, that chick, he was sleeping with her. But Mike explained that there was some references to him being bisexual.
He came out of nowhere to me. I didn't see it coming.
No, they talked about it like the first or second episode that he has, both goes both ways all the time. And I just don't like the whole idea with Kimiko. Like, what the hell? Why can't you guys have sex? Why can't you guys sleep together? For what? That you love each other that much, and you're like, oh, but we're never going to be together.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that came out of nowhere too, because in the last season, it seemed like they were bonding and that, they were in love. And then all of a sudden she's like, oh, nothing's ever going to happen. So go be happy. And I was like, wait a minute, where is this coming from?
Yeah.
The identity of Black Noir in the comic was disappointing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Is it some messed up?
Isn't it in the comic? Isn't he a Homelander clone?
Yeah, exactly. A messed up clone of Homelander. Yeah.
Yeah. The writer said they didn't want to go that route because supposedly in the comic it was him that was doing all of the bad stuff and it wasn't really Homelander. And they said they wanted Homelander to be the villain, which they went the right way, because I think he's one of the, like, if you did a top 10 villain, Homelander's got to be up there.
Dude, you know what I love is the fact that
snake in his back.
What's that, Danny?
Oh yeah, because it's going through. Yeah,
like a snake in his back.
Mm-hmm.
The compound V's, yeah. I was gonna say, the thing about Homelander is just you don't know what to expect from him. You have no idea where it's gonna go, and I love the fact that he has the suit is. They show the suit being all the muscles. They show that that's just part of his costume. He's just a regular looking dude. Besides, the muscles are just something that they made up to make people feel better about the whole thing.
Oh, so he's really skinny inside.
Yeah, no, and they show him when he's naked. He has no muscles or no nothing.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's about the suit, right? And I like the fact that he's getting gray hair, and you can tell
he's like, we're not human.
Yeah, he's Asian.
He is human.
Yeah, he's Asian.
Yeah, because there's something about they spent a fortune on airbrushing. They were talking about how the son's skin looks so good, and then he's like, he had a crazy look on his face.
That's why he showed up. That's why he showed up to the save.
Yeah.
So when
and then when when Ryan threw the guy against the wall and he splattered, like, oh, like, this show, man, you know what I mean? But I like the fact that Brian felt grief for that, and Homelander was like, I don't care, it's a human. And then he got to talk to Butcher, right? Yeah, exactly. So Butcher is pretty much what's keeping him from actually going crazy and being a part of Homelander's what Homelander wants,
Is it just me, but Huey really isn't needed now?
He's going to be very important going forward.
Huey?
Because he's not needed. Right now, to me, if he get killed right now, I don't think it would detract from the show.
I agree with you, but I also think because it all started with Huey, they can't really kill him. You know what I mean? Like, everything started.
Well, they should at least not let him be a badass. I mean, he can't even fight. I mean, Starlight was trying to teach him how to fight.
But I think that's part of it,
He's
just a regular guy. He's the wrong one. He's the only one in there that has no special skills at all. He's just a dude.
He ain't Batman. He ain't Batman.
He ain't even smart. He's just a dude. Mother's Milk is pushing him around, and he's just like, oh, okay, whatever.
But in episode 4, he does some shit. He does some shit. I'm like, okay.
I think
I think Frenchie is a little bit unneeded right now. You know what I mean?
Kamiko
You
needs
didn't
him.
see it yet.
I'm watching it right now as you speak, Mike.
Yeah, Kamiko needs him. That's the thing about Frenchie, and I think we're gonna have Victoria Newman is gonna be killed by Huey. Huey's gonna kill her.
Yeah,
He's
probably.
gonna find a way.
Yeah. That scene where they tried to pour the acid on her, and she was like, "What the fuck?
Like, you know how much the suit is? What the hell's wrong with you?"
Right. So, and the
But I think
political
her
stuff.
daughter good. I would not want to give my child that. She looked like, I don't know what that was. That was disgusting looking. The tentacles coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
I didn't like that.
But she's powerful though, because those tentacles ripped off Kimiko's arm.
They sawed her arm off and then had a little baby arm hanging out. Like,
that was funny when they're flying out the window and the baby arm tries to grab and miss. But I wish they would have showed Kimiko's face when she hit the ground. You know what I mean?
I want to see that.
Yeah, I wanted to see that.
Mother Milk expression was enough for me.
That was hilarious.
Enough for me, buddy.
In the comics, he's super weak too, but he was the guy with the conscience and was the very good guy. I think they'll do the same I think they'll do that in the show too. Really?
Yep. They're definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
my favorite character on the boys is Mother's Milk. I like him. The rest of
so
them,
I wonder if they're gonna ever talk about why it's called Mother's Milk.
For real, I think they did.
No, they never really. He really drank his mother's milk. That gave him powers. In the comic books, he has powers.
Oh yeah.
But did he take the Compound V last season?
No, he didn't take it.
I thought he took a dose. Or was it Huey that took a dose? Huey took a dose.
Huey took it and Butcher took it.
And Butcher, yeah.
Yeah, Huey and Butcher took it. Is there anything you guys didn't like about it?
I don't like the direction they let Frenchie go, but that's just a personal.
I'm kind of right there with you on that one, Danny.
I mean, it's not necessary in every show we see, but
it is.
I guess
that's the world.
The saying is, art imitates life. So
that's the world right now that we live in. I think there are some times that it is a little slow. There are some things when you're watching it like that doesn't really make sense sometimes, but I think that we're gonna get it to make sense. But I mean, they're doing the same thing over and over again, so I sometimes I do want it to kind of like move on a little bit. You know,
one thing I will say about the boys, I've never seen a filler episode.
No, but they have times where things are filler.
I've never seen a filler episode.
But they have things that sometimes I want them to move on from.
I think that's part of the, like, I'm gonna take one of your favorite words. That's the world building, Brian. The world building.
I know. You don't need to build the world with the boys. It's right there in front of you. You don't have to do extra shit with anyone. I don't need any of this.
Trying to make the story more, I guess, Easter eggish. I guess I don't know.
Has anyone heard what Enos thinks about
all the changes?
No, I don't.
Who is
the writer? I guess.
Garth Ennis is the one. The writers of the boys comic book. I haven't even looked at it. Honestly, this is the first time I thought about maybe I should see what he thinks about the changes in the show.
Be interesting, 100%. So what would you give your grades for the series?
So far? Oh, it's gonna be an A.
Yeah. Brian?
Come on, guys. This is one of the best things on TV. I enjoy just watching it. There's no question that there's going to be more things that we don't see coming. That's why they're building each character very well. And I hope other shows are watching it. What you need to do when you have an ensemble. You don't focus on any one person, but you focus on the whole thing and how it's moving on and how they interweave together. So, like, it's definitely an A.
Absolutely, 100%. I think
right now this is some of the best TV we're seeing. I'm sorry, Nzo.
Go ahead.
The Boys is good. X-Men 97 was good. Shogun was good, even though Nzo didn't like it. House of the Dragon is good. Interview with the Vampire. So they got it's hard. It's hard. It's hard to watch.
I knew you were gonna say that interview with a vampire. So after you guys show on whatever night it comes on, I think it was Sunday where you were running off to get on it. I popped it on there, right? And I caught on to the scene. They had the girl lying on the table, and there was the black vampire there. They were doing some talk, and he looked like he was about to bite her. And 5 minutes in, I was like, nope, can't do it. I'm done. That's it.
You can't jump into something right in the middle and have no idea what the heck's going on.
Yeah.
You have no end rights. You don't know
They
what's
build
going on.
up to
No
that.
context.
Also, they really built because Claudia, she's too young to create her own vampire. Whenever she try to do it, they die. Something.
She can't even create her own because the problem with her is most of them die. You're not supposed to turn someone that's still young that always looks like a child into a vampire.
It was an act of love. He did that because he loved Claudia and he knew that she had to have her own mate in her own life. So it was
yeah,
cool.
just I get it, but just the dialogue alone and all the stuff, I was like, no, this British accent shit, I can't do this shit. I'm sorry, I don't want to do it. There's certain things where I don't mind British accent and stuff, I can watch it, but for that, I was like, nope, can't do it.
Not doing it. British accents. Only one is there ain't no British accents.
Yeah, because Sam Reed is actually Australian.
Yeah.
With Australian, then Australian, whatever the accent was, I was like, nope, can't do it.
The guy that playing Lestat, man, he's killing it. I ain't never seen him in any other movie.
He's a killer. Sam Reed's a great actor.
And House of Dragons shit to eat a dick.
Hey, no, that was something else, man. I wasn't ready for what I saw.
But last thing, favorite new characters. Mine is Sister Sage. I really like the character.
I mean, does Ryan really count?
I can tell you who I don't like.
Who? You don't like Firecracker?
Firecracker. I think it's a hilarious name, Firecracker. And
yeah,
that's
I don't have an issue with her.
He was like, yeah, that you get a little cracker. I was like, what? Did you say that? You can't say that. Like, what's wrong with you?
Yes, you did.
Hey, when Sister Sage calls over to Deep and they having the onion there and she ends up sleeping with him. I was like, wait, what's going on here?
The octopus gonna be.
But she says,
hey, this one, I know. Okay, Danny, I'm gonna spoil this one for you, Danny, if you don't mind.
I won't spoil
it
for you, but it is
I'm
hilarious.
watching now because her in the Deep or in the boardroom now. He looking at her.
Right.
Yeah, but she's gonna play him a couple times. But
she plays him right, but then she calls him up into the room. And when I seen that thing in the last episode, what she used for the eye, I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is that? I didn't understand it, right? And then they explained it in this episode. So she asked the Deep to do it for him, and the Deep's like, what's wrong with you? I don't get it. And she's like, I'll let you fuck me in the ass while we watch Ray J and Kim. And Deep was like, where do I go? What do I do?
Wow.
What? Oh man! And the fact that the Deep changed so fast, he was like, "Oh yeah, whatever, let's go."
For real.
Wow.
But you know what? That Sister Sage and the Deep is gonna cause problems for the Deep and that octopus, because that octopus is still around. Watch, you're gonna see.
Yeah, I was in the closet. We haven't been intimate in a week. I was like, what?
Facts.
Don't you want to go? Let's go on a vacation. I got some friends and families in the coral reefs. I was like,
facts.
What in the world? Are you talking to octopus?
Sister Sage is gonna cook her.
She's like, at least put me up here in the big tank. It's so dark in here. I was like, oh my Lord.
Sister Sage is a freak, and Sister Sage sorry, this one. I thought it was something she used to kill Deep's 8-legged girlfriend. I didn't know what it was either, and then they explained it, so that's good. I know people got to run. Go ahead, Danny.
She stabbed in her head to make her dumb, right? That's what I thought it was.
Lobotomizer.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess. Yeah, because her brain always grows
Keeps
back.
them growing.
So. But I guess you caught that when you seen it. I didn't realize what that was for, and they showed blood on it too. So I was like, and the way it was, I didn't get it, but then they explained it, so I got that. I know people got to bounce, so we are going to close it up. Next week, Thursday, I will be doing my birthday bash, so we won't really be. I mean, maybe we could discuss it, whatever. But it's definitely going to be a birthday stream, so we're going to have that on next Thursday. So make sure to check that out.
Mark having one too? Is it next Thursday?
What's that?
Mark with a C.
No, that was me. He's going to be joining.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
he's
thought
gonna
it was
be
him
joining.
saying he had a birthday. Oh, that was you, and he was retweeting
it. Yeah. So it's gonna be a birthday bash. She's gonna throw up. Gonna have a few people up there. Have some little Jeopardy stuff to take care of, and have some fun. So we'll see. Should be an interesting night. Danny, shout out to China where they can find you, sir.
Oh, you can find me on the Road to Wisdoms on Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know what I'm gonna come up with. Right now, I'm drawing a blank. But look, my latest one tomorrow at 7 a.m. You can catch me here on Thursday nights. You can catch me on Wednesdays on the Hangout. Sometime I'm on Nzo's show on the OOC. Storms Live on Sundays. So I'm a little bit everywhere. And sometimes I hop over on the Spoiler Kings when they're talking interviewing vampires.
And Brian, what about you? No, don't watch it. Listen.
It's awesome. You gotta watch it. Mondays and Thursdays, Spoiler Kings. We go live at actually 9 Central, so we're going to get over there real quick. We do comic books, we do movies, everything nerdy. We talk about all those things, and then on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, I do all the football stuff. If you like fantasy football, you like real life football, I do it all. All about it, guys. So Dynasty Pylon or Spoiler Kings. This is what we do.
And Tank, I didn't mean to keep him so long, but I put the stream for 8 o'clock, and I told everybody 8 o'clock.
It's not Hanzo's fault. 100%. It is not Hanzo's fault. He knows because he was out here. The traffic out here was so bad, it caused me to come 40 minutes late. So it's not Hanzo's fault. You know what's going on.
Oh, I sure thought
all the time anyway. So I'm usually the one sitting there waiting on them. So.
You thought it was 9, Danny?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, my bad. So Danny's good. He thought it was 9. But
look, I was in the pool with my grandboys.
and that's more important than coming on here and chilling out, bro.
I'm missing out on the show, and I look. Let me get up on here real quick. Hey, but you said you do fantasy football?
Oh, most definitely. So Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays, I have a lot of fantasy football stuff. We do anything you can think of, any question you can have
on Spoiler Kings channel or your own channel?
On Dynasty Pylon. Dynasty Pylon, yeah.
Let me write that down right now. Let me tell you this. I'll get to this real quick. I had a killer team last year at my job.
Oh,
these fools put instead of you playing it cutting it off 2 or 3 weeks early, making the fantasy football the Super Bowl part, they went all the way to the 17 weeks.
No, you can't do that. That's dumb.
I know that. And then I had to sit down my best players because they didn't play. And I lost, boy. You talking about hot?
That's not what you do. And I hate to talk too much about Dynasty football, but you have to make sure you stop. Your final game should be week 15. You should never go past week 15 because 16 to 17 people are going to be sitting out.
Exactly. And I lost the doggone ring, boy. You talking about?
They're wrong.
I do it to week 17 too. So I can't even front on that one because that way, I think.
Then what's the point of being good?
Because that shows you got to be a good manager to make sure you have a good team. Or whatever. Yeah.
You don't even know what's going to happen. Yeah. You have no idea.
But the last 2 weeks, your best player's going to regress for the playoffs.
Sometimes, so everyone who brought you there is about just being lucky then at that point.
Not always, but sometimes, yes. So, and Danny's just salty because we had 1 year, and it's real quick. Danny came on the stream. He's like, "Oh yeah, thank you guys for being the Canadian champ. I just whooped these guys or whatever." But he still had the Monday night game, and Roberto had a kicker.
But you know what it was?
Scored 27 points.
Yeah, a kicker. A kicker.
Oh no,
Brian! I was up by, I guarantee you, 20, 30 points.
Yeah, and lost by 1.
All Roberto had was a kicker. The kicker kicked on a point and beat me by 1 point.
Yes.
Well, I was like, oh my God.
Dude, I would went out and just threw a ball in the middle of the field and made him trip.
What you said again? Dynasty Football League?
Dynasty Pylon.
Dynasty Pylon,
yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'll send you the link, Danny. I'll find it. I usually watch these guys when they're talking shit over there.
Talking about, man, you know, my AFC team now, right now.
Yeah, no,
Steelers?
I agree with that.
Yeah,
Yes.
my AFC
You
team
think
there.
it's gonna be good, Russell Wilson? You think?
Dude, I wouldn't be surprised Justin Fields into being started by week 4. Just letting you know. Listen, read the tea leaves. Look at what everyone's saying.
I saw today, Ezekiel Elliott back in Dallas.
Oh, yes, he is.
And they're saying that he's gonna be the way they're gonna play him is gonna be fantastic for a fantasy. Like
Because he's gonna be your goal line back. So if you go, he's gonna score. Don't be surprised if Zeke scores 13 touchdowns this year, which is a huge number.
Yeah, for touchdowns.
Just touchdowns. And he might only run.
One time I put him in there. It was Roberto or something. Who they played? Yeah, they played Dallas. I said, man, he gonna run roughshod over Dallas, man. They cut him. Man, he ain't done nothing. He might have gave me 6 points. I'm like, what?
Listen,
sorry.
I have to see what he does first. If I get him, I get him. But he's not.
You don't have to. You don't draft. Do not draft Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
But it's someone that you should look at soon
during the season. Yeah.
Season, you say, all right, I'm gonna be looking at him. Yeah.
And again, thank you guys for popping in. We'll get together because we're definitely going to have to do the rest of these series. Like, I want to continue doing the roundtable for this. So next week we won't because of the party, but we'll be back doing it again. I thank everybody that came and watched the show. I thank the panel for popping in, and we will see you on the next one. Peace.
Real bad man, now we people dance. We take dancing to a higher rank. We spend pound and we spend franc. Jonathan new dance and a Jamaica and drunk. Yeah, on the river, on the bank. Kick out the shoes because you put them no camp. When I stay in the river, on the bank. Jonathan new dance and a Jamaica and Bronx. Yeah, down the flank, we a go down the flank. Like a baller, we go down the flank. You're cheap, pretty young, get in your tank. But the new dance, you know we people can't pull. Give them